tell you that we have wonderful companies in town today that provide great jobs, and they're named companies that you will recognize, but I won't name them because we're not supposed to be sharing that information, but they generate no revenue. They just provide wonderful jobs for our community.
Okay, so when we talked about the economic blueprint and we talked about generating income for the city, are you telling me that we built Butterfield 5 and the Trammell Crow buildings so that we could have only good jobs, or was that not also done to generate tax dollars?
It is also to generate property tax revenue that we get from the employees that come and work and have lunch here. And yes, you are right. There are some assumptions that were made through those entitlement processes as to potential revenue that could be generated. I don't have that at hand right now, so I cannot immediately confer the number that you just shared.
That's fine. What I'm asking you is that there are sales tax dollars that we are anticipating to have from advanced manufacturing. There was a whole discussion in this community. Would they be distribution? No, they wouldn't be distribution. They would be advanced manufacturing. So
There is the potential of business-to-business tax, as well as we will have property tax plus some other economic spending revenue from the employees.
Okay. So knowing that, one could assume if we were to get some tenants in these buildings, we would then have, if we had decided, yes, we need some additional PD officers, we're going to look in our budget to see where that is. Maybe it's a small bit from the street. I have no idea. Staff can look at that and come back. Maybe it's from somewhere in our CIP. Maybe it's from when we get some buildings filled. Then the first thing we're doing is we're bringing in some PD. But I think that is a very pertinent discussion that we need to tie to this budget. And that is why I'm asking, because we need to know what those assumptions are. This council, whether everyone agrees or not, they don't need the information, that's fine. But I've heard now from myself and someone else that it would be helpful to have that information, as well as for the residents to understand what the assumptions are that are built into our budget.
Revenue, let's just take an example with Butterfield or any business. When you employ people, those people go out to the local businesses and spend money. There's revenue there. Okay, it may be unknown at this time, but if a business employs 100 employees, those employees have to eat somewhere. That relates to revenue. That's my expert opinion on that. An example, we know that a hospital's coming in with medical offices on Juan Hernandez, and it's going to be sometime in the near future, within the next 2 years, given, don't quote me, but I think it's a 155-bed hospital, and it's Palo Alto Medical or Sutter, I believe, with a medical complex. Those are high-paying jobs, and that relates directly to revenue for the city.